right, it's rolling.
What's going on, guys? Was it too loud?
It was a little too loud.
I was trying to like really be loud because this is important. This is a very important day, and this is something I've been excited about for a long time. Not because we have a new program, but because I have two friends of mine that I've known for some years. How long have I known you for? It's specifically you. How long have I known you for?
I want to say at least 9 years or so.
Damn.
9 years.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start off by this first. You guys obviously know why you clicked it. It's a new program, Get Started 2.0. You guys have seen me do it in the past myself, go through the program, but I think it's a much cooler concept or thing to do with two people who, not this that I've known, but two people who are outside of me. Because a lot of you guys out there, you might be like, yeah, we can see you do it, you've done it, we know you can do it. But these two people right here, I'm gonna let them share their stories a little bit about what they've been through, their weight loss journey, their weight loss goals. A little bit about like their lives, who they are, what they are, obviously their names. They're gonna get into all that right now. But I think it's cool that I have a chance to do this. It's cool that I have a chance to have a platform to even show this. And the whole goal is to help you guys behind the camera to if you're struggling with weight, to figure it out and to just to get it right. So that'll make more sense once they explain their stories, where they've been, where they want to go. So take it away. I basically just want to ask you guys a few questions, independently, you just answer just from the heart, right? Cool. Tell them your name, and I can say first and foremost, I remember when I first met you, he looked a little different. He looked a little different. Just a little bit. So almost 8 years. So yeah, you can pull some stuff up, but tell them your name first, and yeah, just share your story, your weight loss story.
What's up, guys? My name is Junior. I mean, honestly, I'm your typical former fat kid that lost weight, never kept it off. You know what I mean? And that's the number one thing I've always struggled with, is just keeping off the weight. Just, the roller coaster up and down,
why do you think you struggle with it?
Man, that's a great question, but in all honesty, it's just more than anything is accountability. I get in shape, I lose weight, and then I just forget about it. I go home and mom's cooking and I gotta eat the tamales and this and that, and it's hard to say no. I'm used to it. I grew up that way my entire life. I've been, a big kid, and it's difficult. It really is.
So I think what's important then is yeah, we could do this, get this done, get you to a certain weight, but the question you gotta ask yourself is, what happens then?
Right.
When we let's say, because we're gonna do check-ins, guys. Along the way, we're gonna have check-ins where we come back, we revisit. I'm gonna put them through the workouts. So I'm gonna show you guys the workouts with them. They're basically gonna do the workouts. I'm gonna point out how to do it right, what to do right, how to do it, period.
So you're
show
their
you
trainer?
guys. Basically like their trainer, right? And we're gonna upload it weekly. You guys can be able to see it as it comes out.
Coach Brad.
Coach Brad, exactly.
Hey.
You guys can get the program if you want. Click the link down below. But the point is that I'm gonna show them doing it, not me doing it, right? I mean, I'm gonna go through it with them. But the thing for you now, since you said that, the question is, once we do it and it's done, you lose the weight, you feel great. The real question is, how do we hold you accountable? How do you hold yourself accountable moving forward?
And that's the big thing, because like I said, I've done challenges before. I've lost weight. I've got down to about 10% body fat, but I've never been able to keep it off, ever. And that's always been a struggle for me. And I think that's the case with most people that lose weight. They either get complacent, they don't want to take it further, or they just don't know how. You know what I mean? And that's the goal. I want to take it further than I've ever taken it, and finally achieve my goal. You know?
So instead of having that boomerang effect, that up and down, we got to figure out a way. I think a lot of it's going to be and I've known you for a long time. I know you're not a mentally weak dude, but a lot of it's going to be moving forward past that point, past that goal. How do we convince you here that to keep going?
Right.
Because you guys got to understand, when you lose weight, you don't have to always do the same hardcore extreme workouts. You don't have to do the hardcore diet. You don't have to do that stuff. I think that's where people get messed up, is they go into a weight loss challenge and they do it very hard. They do it everything 100%, and that's good to a point, right? They get to a point though where if you go 100% on everything, you're gonna get burnt out eventually. Exactly. You get to a point where you're like, F this, I don't want to do this anymore, and you stop. So
break.
Yeah, I need a break, and then a break turns into a year, and then a year you're like, oh, I gained all my weight back. I don't feel good again. So the goal is how can we push you just hard enough so that you get it done, but get you to a place where you feel comfortable that you can maintain and keep the weight off and stay physically happy, mentally happy, and just keep going. Because the truth is, you can get to a point where, and this is true, you can get to a point where you're comfortable and you're able to keep the weight off. You're able to even keep making muscular gains, whatever it is. If you are a guy who's always struggled with weight, to keep getting better, you just have to learn along the way to find, and we're going to teach you that to find that balance, not just like food wise and workout wise, but mentally, like what are those things that's keeping you on track, and how to revisit those things. So we'll go over all that stuff. So I have another question then. What do you think the hardest thing for you to lose weight is? Not that idea of like keeping it off, but to lose weight. What do you think the hardest thing?
My love for food.
I feel it.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm 28 years old now, and every single year of my life, you know, I've eaten, you know, and my culture, I'm Mexican and Salvadorian, so we eat a lot of fatty foods, you know, and like I told you earlier, you know, I have tons of story of my childhood growing up and stuff I used to eat, you know, and one example I gave you earlier was, I mean, you guys know what refried beans are. You know what refried beans are.
I love refried beans.
They're good. Well, and I'm a little ashamed of it now, but I used to take my mom's refried beans, the leftovers, and refry them again the next day.
Double fried.
Double refried beans.
Oh my God.
That's just one example. But it's just stuff that, you know, I didn't know anything about. My mom didn't teach me, you know, health, fitness, and, you know, calories and you know, eat healthy. Nothing of this. She didn't know any of that. She grew up in, you know, another country, and they don't know anything about that. You know, we're a different generation. We're more aware of what we should be doing and you know, how to be in better shape and stay there, I guess. But I never knew that. You know, growing up, I had no idea what health and fitness was, and now that I'm aware, you know, it's important to me. I want to be able to.
Let me ask you. We're gonna get to him in a second, but let me ask you a serious question. Very serious question. Answer from the heart.
Yeah.
What do you think the hardest thing about like not being where you want, like being overweight?
Man.
And what do you think? Like what's the hardest thing about it?
Being self-conscious. Like I've never once in my life have I felt comfortable enough to take off my shirt in public. And I know I've shared this before with you, but my number one goal is to be able to do that and not feel, you know, like embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know, and I've never done it. You know, there's two type of people that I think that are overweight people. There's the person that can take their shirt off and they look like crap and they don't care. They don't give a crap about what this person thinks. They feel good. They're having fun, you know. And I've always envied that person because even though, I look bad right now, but I still look better than them. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm just there's no way I can take my shirt off and feel comfortable.
You know, it's funny because like I'm not here trying to lose weight, but I can understand.
Right.
It's a self. I mean, at the end of the day, it's how happy or how comfortable you are with yourself. Like I can look like a superhero and still be like, nah, I'm not gonna take my shirt off.
Right.
Like I have visible abs and I'm like, nah, it's not perfect.
Right.
So some people are just extra hard on themselves. You're one of those people, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who can relate to that. No matter how good of shape you get in, it's like there's something you could do a little bit better, and that's like what perfectionists deal with. And it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just who you are. I know it's a part of me. It's who I am, and that's normal. So that it's like it's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say. I
know.
And you sent me something that I thought was significant too. You texted me a picture, your costume, what you wanted it to be, and it was important because it was important for your little girl.
Right. Exactly.
So goals like that, you wanna achieve something. It's like outside of yourself.
Right. Exactly.
And I think like sometimes if you guys have people in your life or things in your life that are important to you, whether it be like family members or like if you have a kid or you have an older brother, or you have someone you want to inspire. Like I think a lot of times changing your body is not just change your body, you change your life, you change your whole outlook on life. I mean, you've done this a few times. What would you say when you lose the weight, right? Because our goal is, we know you're gonna lose the weight, we got that.
Right.
You keeping it off.
Yeah.
What is that mentality, what does it feel like when you lose the weight?
Oh man, I feel like a whole different person. Like I do feel more confident, even though I've never, you know, actually been able to take my shirt off in public because I've never gotten to that point. I feel walking into a room like I don't have to, you know, like, oh man, I gotta make sure my rolls aren't showing. I don't have to, you know, worry about the shirts that I'm wearing because, you know, they're too tight or whatever. Yeah, it's a whole different feeling. You feel more confident. You feel like a better human being. You know, more energetic. You know, you got more. You feel like just everything.
Everything's better.
Everything is better. There's not one thing that you can say is not better. You know.
I respect it. So we're gonna keep you there then. That's the goal.
100%.
That's the goal. You with it?
Man, I'm ready, bro.
Good. Now, I want to introduce a friend of mine who recently, what did you hit? 405. 405. I've known Steve for a long time. Actually, I met both these guys at the other bench. What did I say?
You just said hit 405.
Oh, 405. Well, we know it's a bench. When you talk about hitting 405
On the leg press.
you know it's a bench. Like you don't know who talks about squatting. I mean, look, I love squatting. You need to squat. But when everyone says how much you know, everyone's going how much you bench. Right. So everyone we do that. So the 405 bench man right here. How much you weigh?
I'm like at 240 right now. 240.
Wait, how much you weigh right now?
I don't know.
We're gonna weigh them in a minute. We're gonna weigh them.
I hope.
So 240. Anyways, I want to talk about you real quick. Steve is someone that I've known, and you could jump in whenever you want. You struggle with weight for a while.
Yeah. So I've always been big from elementary school to in 3rd grade. I was like 113. So that's a big kid.
That's a big kid. That's a big kid.
Middle school was big too. The only time I've ever seriously lost weight was 6th grade going to 7th grade, and that was just because I knew I was a fat kid, so I wanted to come in the next year, being really skinny. And I did that for all of 7th grade, but then the next summer came, and I started getting.
You had the new kicks on. You had the new outfit and everything.
New outfits.
I'm ready. Let's go.
T-Mobile sidekick.
Damn.
Oh, I love it.
Time.
You had the sidekick?
Yeah, I had the sidekick,
Damn,
bro.
you're that generation. You're so wow. I'm so old. Anyways, go ahead.
So I ended up getting the weight back in 8th grade just because I would get the munchies in the summer. My sister's boyfriend, who's her husband now, would bring me food at night. So 8th grade, everyone saw me and they're like, "Steve, you got fat." So like I said, I've always been big, and then I got into high school and I started playing football.
Wait a minute, the munchies. What are you talking? What are you talking?
What I'm talking about munchies is like, you know, to all the stoners out there.
So this is real. I want to talk about this. This is important. Despite like certain things like that, I'm not saying, because look, everyone in the world has something that they like to do. I don't care what it is. It might not be like people talking about smoking or drinking or whatever. The point is this, guys. I would not ask any single one of you to be like, stop doing that forever, right? Stop doing whatever it is. Stop eating this, stop smoking that, stop drinking, whatever it is. I would never ask any of you guys to do that because it's not realistic. Like in life, you live once. I'm not saying go out and do a bunch of drugs and do all this stuff, but I'm saying you're gonna find things in your life that you enjoy, and I'm not gonna try and take those things away from you. That's not what any diet program should be. So I just want to point that out because I'm never gonna be like, Steve, you gotta stop doing this. Yeah. But the trick is finding, okay, what works? Like what can work for you to still enjoy yourself or do the things you like, but still lose weight and still get to your goal and still feel better about yourself. That's it. So I just want to point that out, that like everybody, different walks of life, no matter where you're at, this can work for you. And the whole point at the end of the day is, it doesn't matter. I mean, this program's great, but there's so much more to it than just a workout program. There's so much more like to this. Figuring this out, and like, yeah, the workout program is great, the diet, the stuff, all the stuff we're going to talk about, the nutrient timing, the counting the macros, the intermittent fasting, everything related to diet, I'm going to put in this ebook as well. Everything related to supplements, I'm going to put in this ebook. And for body types, for different types of cardio, I'm going to put it all in this. But beyond all that, the mental aspect of like carrying something over, despite other things in your life like stress or family problems, or you want to smoke and you got munchies, you drink, whatever, right? Being able to say, oh, you can't tell someone, hey, you can't live a life and do this, and because that's when people get to what you're talking about. When if you go, yeah, you got to just do this and do this hard and don't live a life and be a hobbit, and yeah, of course you're gonna get what you want, but eventually you want to live a life.
Exactly.
And if you feel like I can't live my life, you're gonna say, okay, if I can't live my life, I got to choose one or the other. Of course, someone at the end of the day in their heart is gonna say, I want to live my life. So you're gonna say, all this, I want to live my life. And that's what happens. So the goal is, how can we teach you guys, how can I teach myself, and how can we teach you that like we can still get everything we want and find a balance.
Exactly.
Finding a balance to live your life just as much as possible. So we're gonna go back and talk more about what you got going on. Is there anything else you want to share about like cause you've been overweight, you say, your whole life?
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you think, the personal questions now, what do you think the hardest part about that is?
The hardest part about being overweight?
Yeah, I know you're strong as everything. But like,
the hardest part would be, again, what Junior said, is probably confidence. I mean, I know I have confidence, but I know I haven't reached my full, confidence where I can, just, be fully happy. Because I know at the end of the day, I'll look myself in the mirror and I won't be happy. I won't be happy with, the way I look. Even though sometimes, you do get satisfaction out of being strong and being big. But at the end of the day, being big is, I want to be an athlete. So being big is going to hold me back from doing that. And yeah, what I struggle with is just, I think, finding my full happiness in my weight. because I know that's something I've always struggled with, body image, you know, just seeing people I'm surrounded with, seeing people on TV. Yeah, it's difficult for me because I know I want to get to that point, and being in college, it's very tough because you have people hitting you up, wanting to go out drinking every weekend, going out to eat, and it's always Buffalo Wild Wings, Yard House.
Yo,
you know,
fire though!
It's good, but it's not good for you. And yeah, there's constantly people hitting you up to drink and party. It catches on to you, and you know, it's really hard to say no to your friends. And I think that's something I've struggled with, saying no. And just falling into temptation, it's tough.
I want to stop him right there, and I want to talk about that really quick. I think that's so important that you said that, because I think a lot of people can relate to the fact that it's hard to say no to like outside influences, because that's one of the biggest reasons why it's hard for people to like I said, say no and stick on their thing. So the thing is, like, it's all about balance, right? It's about like figuring out how many times of the week, how many days of maybe every two, when are you gonna say no and when are you gonna say yes? Yeah. And it's like, most people just don't know. They're just like, oh, I want to do it today, or you know, maybe tomorrow they don't want to go out and have fun, or go eat or go drink, whatever it is. So I think the question is like finding your balance, like we said earlier, finding that happy medium where you can still do that, so you don't have to feel like we said earlier, you don't want to cut off your life. Yeah. But like, how much is enough for you to be able to be like, I could still get what I want, but I could still enjoy time with my friends.
Yeah, and another thing is being big. Obviously, when you go out, one drink's not enough. So you're gonna keep you're gonna keep pounding, and eventually, you know, it's like 12 drinks in. Like for me, I'm not saying I can drink a lot, but for a bigger guy,
I think you can drink a lot.
I can drink a lot, but for a bigger guy, you're gonna spend more money on drinks because, you know, one's not gonna be enough.
So look at this, we're saving you guys money.
Yeah.
Save money challenge. At the same time, changing your life, feeling better. So is there anything else you want to add?
Just that I really want to see a new person out of this. I've never been shredded, so I've never been, you know, done a transformation. So for me, it's important to do this just because I know the person I'm gonna be is gonna, you know, be a whole different person, and this person's gonna find their true happiness and their confidence in themselves.
Big time, bro.
Hell yeah.
You already know.
He's inspiring me.
I know. I was like, no, I got touched right now.
Let's go lift, bro.
But that's real for everyone out there. Like for all you guys out there, like whether you're saying it or not, losing weight is not just losing weight. Like getting bigger, getting stronger is not just getting bigger or stronger. Every male, every female, doesn't matter who you are, you develop some sort of like what is right and what is good. And the truth is, there's no right, there's no perfect, there's no what it needs to be. It's what's gonna work for you, and it's what's gonna make you happy. But I can say without a doubt that everyone out there has they've chosen something that said, this is what's gonna make me happy. And hopefully this could help you get to that point. Hopefully we can get Steve to that point. I know we can. We can get Junior to that point. I know that we can. And the goal is for you guys out there to do it as well. But understand that, like, it's not always, like I said earlier, it's not always just about a program. It's not always just about this. It's about your mind. It's about how willing you are to like change. Yeah. And that's hard because change is something that like, it's uncomfortable. It's not easy. Like it's the hardest thing to do is to let go of someone you thought you were, you needed to be, or something that like identifies you as who you are, and find what's really gonna make you happy. Because yeah, you might be at a point in your life where you're like, oh, this is this and this stuff kind of makes me happy, but I'm not really that happy. You're trying to figure it out, and you know deep down inside what's really gonna make you happy, but it's hard to break away from certain things, whether it be like friends or relationships or like fast food or in and out. And the thing is, you never have to really completely let go of those things. It's just like we said earlier, I'm gonna reiterate it again, finding the balance of the good and the bad, right? The things that are your vices or whatever that pulls you towards that like unhealthy lifestyle, whatever it is. Because the truth is, you're never gonna be able to say 100% no to all that stuff. Like, I don't think anyone in the world can do that. I can't do that, right? There's things in my life that I know I still need to let go of, that I'm like, oh, but I really wanna eat that, damn. I just wanna eat that, oh, I gotta do it. And no matter what, I will never say like, live your whole life and never eat that. That's ridiculous. Because if someone told you you can never have something, most people want to get it. Like that's what, so let this be like the thing that drives you, is that me challenging you saying like, oh, you can never have that dream body. Let that be your challenge. Because you could have that. Anything you think like, put it in that perspective though. If someone like, understand this, if someone goes, you can never eat from that tree, or you can never eat from that, they're gonna eat it. They're gonna wanna figure out a way to get to it. So challenge yourself like, You challenge yourself, I can never do it, and then prove yourself wrong. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. Like, I could give you as much inspiration or advice or information, and they could say the same thing or give the same thing, but you have to decide, am I gonna do this? No matter what, all outside circumstances, everything I say, all the programs, all the training, all the diet, all the talks, everything, you have to make a choice that, nah, this is what I'm gonna do. Despite what everyone else may think, this is what I'm capable of, and I'm gonna do it. So, I just basically wanted to do this series. I wanted to put this ebook out there, not just for the program, for the diet stuff, for all the information, but really just to challenge you guys who have been struggling with weight, like my boy over here, like my 2 friends over here, because I know that's relatable to millions of you guys out there. To do it once and for all, and find a balance to continue that fight. But instead of feeling like you're going uphill, that you're able to kind of like be on a level playing field with the demons and the other thing. Instead of feeling like I'm constant, because it gets tired to feel like you're constantly going uphill. To feel like it's kind of leveled out now, and I still got to work. Maybe instead of like a uphill like this, maybe it's like it's this hard. Instead of like every day you feel like you're trying to get to Mount Everest, right? To the top of it, because you can just travel there on a plane. If you want to get to Mount Everest and be there, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to get to the top of that shit, you got to put a lot of work in it. People die. I actually heard a story that like there was an earthquake once on Mount Everest. I know it's this tangent, and there was an earthquake, and like it killed a bunch of people on one side, and there was like 6 people who survived, and 2 of those people, this is from a documentary or something, 2 of those people decided to keep going. One of the people was the guy who did the documentary, but like earthquake happened, a bunch of people died, 6 people left, and 1 of them or 2 of them made it to the top. Like after it stopped, they were like, all right, let's go do it anyways. That's insane. So
hey man, it goes to show, you know, we're gonna have earthquakes along the way, but it's only those few that are willing to keep going that are gonna hit their goal.
And that's why I want to talk about it. I'm glad you said it. He's like, yo, you fucking, you got it in here.
I'm learning. I watch all his videos.
But that's it. I swear to God, that's it, man. That's why I said it, because that's the truth. Like. Yeah, like I'm not saying you're gonna go ahead and you got the chance of dying right now, because that's not what I'm saying. But there was 2 guys on there out of 6. A bunch of people died, and they knew it, because you got the radios after the thing. The landslide avalanche killed them. R.I.P. And it's horrible. But they knew what was going on, and they were like, "This is still important to me in my life, and I want to accomplish this." And no matter what goal it is, big or small, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 100 pounds, it doesn't fucking matter. It's like, are you willing to be like, I'm willing to do everything I need to do this? Right, so that's what we're gonna do, and I hope both of you guys understand that that's what you're gonna do. Yeah. And I just think, like, not because I'm telling you to do it, not because I want you to do it, but because you want to do it. Yeah. Right. That's why I said for a while, I said, like, yo, you ready? You have to do this. You in particular, because you're younger, you eat the food, you have fun, you know, the girl, whatever it is. And I'm not saying it's not hard for you. Different circumstances, but you've never lost the weight. He's been up and down. So 2 different people, 2 different walks of life. I'm really excited to see this happen. I hope you guys follow the journey. I'm going to be uploading basically starting next week the programs. But if you guys want the program, click the link down below. You guys can get it. But if you don't buy it, if you don't get it now, you could still get it, because I'm going to post
videos on it.
I'm basically going to post the workouts that they're doing, the workouts that you'd be doing. I'm going to explain it all. I'm also going to do videos with them individually about like their updates, whether it be weekly, bi-weekly, once a month, whatever it is. And then I'm going to show the whole progress. And then we'll also do videos by myself and videos with them as well, talking about the mental aspect of it. That's not something I wrote into the ebook. That's something I want to do on video, just talking like free form, because I think it's better that way. Because if you read something inspirational, and there's a few inspirational things in there, it's much different than you like feeling it. Right. I think anyone can type, anyone can write anything, but if we talk about it, and it's like we get like to real raw moments, and you can feel it. And I think for them, for you two in particular, and for everyone else out there, if you feel it, that's when like you could really make it a part of you, and you could apply that change to your life. So I love you guys. Now we're not closing out yet. We got a few more things to do. We gotta show you our weigh-ins. We gotta show you guys with your shirts off a little bit.
Oh,
not off.
Lord.
Maybe not off. Maybe just up.
Can't we wait till the after? All right, whatever. Let's go.
It's up to you. No,
it's cool. I'm messing.
It don't even gotta be off.
That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. Let's go.
You guys want to stand up? Are you too, Brad?
Okay.
Brad, you too.
No, go ahead.
So they can see the before and after.
Give him some angles. Give him some angles. But look at the traps though, low key. Look at the traps though. No abs.
You can't Photoshop a video.
Yeah, you
you know,
can't
this
Photoshop.
isn't your typical
Yeah.
bodybuilder that got bloated for, you know, some kind of fat burner. No, man, this
You've
is real.
seen this.
I've
You've
seen
seen
it.
it. Yeah.
I've been a part of it, you know, and
Yeah.
it's not what it is. This
So
is,
you're talking about, now I want to talk about that real quick.
Right.
You're talking about the people who they eat a bunch of food, they get on 10, they
Yeah.
look unhappy,
Exactly.
they take a photo like this with a newspaper,
Yeah.
and they blow their
next day they're
stomach
happy
out.
with tan.
And the next day they're happy. Like they've shown this where people
Right.
will be like
they
change
just get
completely in a
bloated.
day.
That's all. It's just bloat.
A bunch of food,
sodium,
a bunch of water.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all it is. But no, this is it's different because you'll be able to see week by week our progress, and we're not going to be shredded in a week.
And you guys can come to the gym and check them out because
Exactly.
they're gonna be here training. So
Sir.
let's see what you got. I know he almost got his way. He almost talked his way out of it.
I'll take
Oh, he all the way off.
All the way off.
My
Man,
boy's
it's
a
all good.
savage. Let's go. Yo, let's go.
So, you know.
I love it. Yo, look at that chest development though. It's
I'm
low-key.
trying, but
low-key
no,
nice,
you know,
though.
this is real. This is real. You know,
Yo, I love Junior. Junior's a savage. He's a savage for that.
it is what it is.
I love
know.
you too,
I
though.
won't be this person, you know, by
love
the
you
time we're done. So it's all good. It's all good.
Mad respect. Mad respect.
That's
You got, no, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You need to do it?
I don't care.
Can I put my shirt back
do it.
on? Man?
Put the shirt on. Put the shirt on. You're good. Go for it. Because we're going to do it here again. Hit him with a front double bicep though one time. Okay. Look at the lats. Wait, hit him one more time. Look at the lats though. Holy shit. Wait, show him the back. Show him the back. You got a big ass back.
Yeah.
How much you deadlift? You don't even deadlift it now, huh?
Is that
Not even
it?
deadlift. No. We're going to go weigh them now so you guys can see the weight.
All right.
So we'll make sure they got everything out of their pockets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go.
It's gonna get weird, dude.
Why?
4 dudes in a one.
No, it's not weird.
It's kind of weird.
Not at all.
Scale life.
Okay. Alright, who's first? Steve.
Alright, let me lock the door.
Yeah,
It's kind of
I
weird.
don't want people seeing us in here.
Steve, you first. Shoes off. Keep it real.
Yeah.
Get naked, actually.
Yo,
I didn't sign up for this, bro. I didn't sign up for this.
Alright, here.
Hold on. You know, iPhone 7
So
Plus.
tap it one time. No, stand up.
That's Steve right here.
So you're doing it with the shoes. We verify. That's okay.
241. 242.
241.
That was right.
242, basically.
242.
241.9, 242. Okay, cool.
Okay. Junior.
I think I
And
can
we'll
top
use the
that.
scale throughout. You gotta make sure everything's out your pockets though, bro.
Shit. Damn.
Bro! What are you doing? What are you doing, bro?
You trying to?
I was trying.
Who taught you that, bro?
My boy Rich.
R.I.P. to a legend. R.I.P. to a legend. Let's
That
go.
was my boy though. How does this one? There we go.
Wait. Here's zeros. Did it? Junior is
I was right.
225.
Damn, you were right. You were on the dot.
0.4 off.
0.4,
That
225.
hurts though, but it's alright.
That's okay. We should probably get out of here.
All right.
Let's go.
You gonna close out the video?
All right. We're gonna close it out in a sec. Any last words? You guys can close it out.
We're ready. We're ready to
Ready, huh?
make a transformation. We're held accountable, so ready to make a change.
It is
The
accountability.
whole internet now. They've seen your faces. So they're like, yo, you're that guy who like did not complete it.
Or you're the guy who completed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's gonna be the guy that completed it.
I know. No, I won't.
Guys.
I won't let it be any other way.
I know, we gotta speak it
I fucking
into-
promise.
We're the two that finished the climb, bro.
Yo, you guys,
those two.
yeah.
Be those two.
Oh shit! I didn't even know this too. I didn't even plan that.
Motivational.
Damn, I didn't even plan that. Yo, you're a legend.
Hey, let's get it.
That was good.
Let's get it.
All right, guys. So make sure you subscribe, get the bell notification. I had to do all this nonsense. If you guys want the program, click the link below. It's there now. Go right there. Click it. Boom, boom, boom. If you want the program, if not, like I said, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna show with them doing it. All the way throughout, we're gonna show their progress, and I will figure out a way to like involve you guys as far as like maybe showing your own progress on the channel. Maybe you guys send like video clips or pictures, things like that. I want you guys to be a part of this. So again, click the link below, get it. We'll figure out a way to get your guys' stuff on these videos just to show you, because at the end of the day, like it's for you guys, it's for everyone else. So to show you guys the rest of your progress, I think it's a cool way to like not only like showcase, show who you are, what you're doing as well, but to also hold you accountable and yeah, just have fun with it. So I love you guys, I'm out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Better.
Thank you, Junior.